another phoenix hit the ground.
Now we're here, you guys are showcasing 2 new games, as well as some of your older titles. What have you got going on here at PAX?
Well, right now, we've got all 5 of our games playable. The 2 newest ones, one is Gunstringer, which is our first Kinect title, and the other is Splosion Man, which is our next XBLA downloaded title.
Okay, well, let's talk about Splosion Man real quick.
Sure.
I got a chance to play it a little bit. She's pink, she's got a bow, I'm sensing some Miss Pac-Man here, and that's fantastic. What are some of the upgrades and new things that we can expect from the original game?
Well, basically, we had 6 months to work on Splosion Man. So this time we got about a year or so. And so we got to put in all the things that we wanted in Splosion Man into Splosion Man. So what you're going to see, it's going to look a lot cleaner. It's a lot brighter and more colorful. And then we got a lot of new game mechanics in there. Like when you're playing, you'll notice there's like zip lines, trampolines, cannons. So there's new like projectile weapons that kind of help you out. And just like some new, just kind of like, you're obviously still sploding, which,
right.
Yeah, so it's just some new things in there to kind of help you out and, push you along a little further and a little faster.
And does the game pacing actually move quicker than the original? Is it more frenetic than the first one?
Yeah, I would say so, especially like the more you play it. Kind of going through, you want to take everything in, as much as you can on the first one. And then it's kind of like Sonic when, the faster you could go through the level, the better. And like, for instance, we're running a time trial right now just to see how fast people can get through the first 2 levels. We're really hoping for that replayability feature where, you want to go through and see things the first time and then go through the second time as fast as you can.
Is there, if you're not playing in a time trial mode or something, is there any reward for, say, constantly exploding and not hitting the ground or beating it at a certain time, or is it just a sense of pride?
It's just pretty much a sense of pride, but we do want to kind of, later on down the line, like maybe do some contests and things like that for people that can maybe stay off the ground the longest, or people that can go through the level the fastest, and that would be something that we would like to incorporate just, in with our day-to-day everything, like, rewarding people for what they do and for buying our games.
When are we looking at seeing Splosion Man hit the arcades?
We're not sure yet. We don't have an actual release date, but it's going to be sometime this year.
Okay. Fantastic. Let's move on to the Gunstringer, if you don't mind. Now, the Gunstringer, as you said, is your first Kinect title. It's got a bizarre premise. Tell me, where the hell do you guys come up with this stuff?
It's actually kind of funny. Like when Kinect first came out, we kind of right away thought, well, it'd be cool to try a shooter with this. So the guys just kind of got together and started talking about how they could, what they could do with this. And it's like the co-founders always wanted to do some sort of like a puppeteering marionette game. And we thought, well, with the introduction of Kinect, this is perfect. So let's give it a shot.
Why the puppet game? Like, is that somebody's personal, like, man, I really want to make a puppet game, or is there something else behind that?
No, just kind of an interesting new idea, like something that really hasn't been done, puppeteering without an actual puppet, your virtual puppet. It's kind of cool. So, really, that's just kind of how it came about.
And I noticed, I got to play it a little bit, and I noticed, having come off of Comic Jumper a little while ago, there were some very similar gameplay styles in the running and shooting. Obviously, Comic Jumper, you don't play with you play with a controller. But in the little bit that I got to play, I experienced that. Are there other modes further in the game? Are there drastically different gameplay styles as opposed to what I experienced?
I wouldn't say drastically different, but we do change up the gameplay style just so it's not the same thing all the time. Camera change and stuff like that. And then we also will later on incorporate new hand gestures that will activate new weapons and different things that you'll do to take enemies out.
And is that going to be something that people will be able to download?
It's actually something that you just earn throughout the game. Yeah, like an extra special weapon kind of a thing, yeah.
Now, what kind of work goes into making a Kinect game? Like, was it that much harder or easier than making a regular controller-based game?
You know, I'd say like out of the gate, it was probably a little bit harder just because Kinect is such a new technology and this is our first game. But our programmers are amazing. Like, they're wizards to me. I don't know how they do it, but they were able to pick up the Kinect programming like that. And I mean, where they have it 1 week ago to like 1 week later is unbelievable, the leaps and bounds that they've done with it. And I don't know if you ask them if it's easy. I don't think they'd say it's easy, but they're pretty damn good at it.
Do you, in talking to them, do you know if it was, I don't want to say a headache, but like if it was difficult in any way, more difficult in any way, do you think that they maybe had more fun making something for the Kinect? Is this something that is enjoyable and you guys are maybe thinking about doing more of?
I think it's enjoyable for them because it's a new experience. Whether we want to do that all the time, that's another question. But we thought, because Kinect is so new, we can offer something different. And like we try to do in all of our games, we really try to make things unique to the player. And we thought we had a really good shot with Gunstringer. So we're really happy with it. And I know the dev team is really happy with it too. So
this guy's really happy with it too. I think you guys have a good shot as well. Jay, I really appreciate you taking the time out to talk with me. Have a great weekend.
You too. Take care. Thanks.
Yeah.